Hello there, welcome into this latest edition of the SAU Women's Basketball Coaches Show. I'm Daniel Gallegos, joined alongside head women's basketball coach Rusty Rain-Bolton. Coach, this coaches show we sit here previewing the Great American Conference basketball tournament. You and your Lady Mule Riders are going for the second straight year after not making the tournament the first 2 years of the GAC. Your first 2 years here, you've made it to the tournament. Is that something that you wanted to check off on one of your things to do and turn around this women's basketball program?
I definitely think it's something that is definitely a goal for us, because if you're not in the tournament, you don't have a chance to win it. You know, and our goals have always been to come in here and try to create a championship type program, and both years we have the opportunity to achieve that goal. So we're excited about that. It's going to be a fun trip, hopefully.
You know, a lot of teams throughout any given year will face a lot of adversity. You know, usually it's injuries or some sort of other things coming on or off the court. Your team early on kind of plagued by some injuries. You hit that stretch in the middle of the year, which was kind of a lull. There was a lengthy losing skid there. You broke out of it. Down the stretch, though, and even going into right now, you're playing some of your best basketball. Winners 4 out of your last 5. That propelled you into the tournament, coming in as the 8th seed. So talk about kind of the overall progression of the season and where you're at now.
Yeah, it's been, like I said, it's been a roller coaster for our team pretty much all year, starting with all the injuries we were talking about a minute ago. But 3 weeks ago, Thursday of 3 weeks ago, is the first time we actually had all of our players healthy enough to play at the same time. And most of our season we've been down 2 key players because of injuries at different times. And so, and that matters, you know, it does. It just does. You get the kids on this level that have to play a more impacting role when they're not out there. Other people are asked to do things that they're not equipped to doing, and that's been a big part of our season. It's just not being able to put all the pieces together the way we tried to build it early on. You know, there in the middle of the year where you're talking about when we kind of hit our losing streak, we lost, I think, 8 games by 6 points or less. And so, you know, it's not that we were getting blown out. We just weren't able to overcome scoring most of the time was our biggest issue. And so, but we feel like we're playing better right now. We finally got everybody healthy, and we've started to guard the way that we were built to guard for the most part. But you know, now we've got to go play Harding, and that's going to be a big task for us.
You know, going back a little bit, you talked about kind of where the turnaround started, where you guys started to get on your roll, where you finally got healthy. That was against East Central. Defensively, you have a team that, you know, when you're at full strength, you like to press full court. Everybody knows the pressure you guys play, forcing a lot of turnovers. That game, you held them to 38 points, and that was an East Central team that came in. At that time, they were 3rd in the conference. They were one of the top scoring teams. After that, the next 2 wins, you held your team under 60 points. So obviously the defensive effort has been there. Talk about being able to be healthy and playing that kind of defense.
Well, again, it goes back to, like we said, of just the way we want to build our team is with our length and our athleticism and our tempo on defense. You know, offensively, we're not the most fun to watch on offense a lot of times, but we really try to build our team with our defensive pressure and our rebounding and our transition game. And early in the year, when certain people were hurt, it really affected the way we played defensively, because we had to shift people and put them in different places. When we play zone, and you get the right people in the right spots in the zone, and it makes it very good. But when you put other people at the center of the zone or on the wings of the zone, and that's not where they're supposed to be, it really just affects you. And it sounds simple, but it really is important. You know, it'd be playing a first baseman at shortstop, you know, or a pitcher having to go catch. It's just people playing out of position defensively really affects us the way we play. And so now that we've got everybody healthy, we've kind of got the right people at the right spots, and it has helped. I think one of our big keys is we had so many people, so many newcomers this year, that early on, when we had people out, we were losing close games, and we just didn't quite have that confidence, or that we hadn't proven to ourselves that we could win a close game late, you know. And whether we were up 3 or 4 at the end of the game, we'd have some turnovers or some missed assignments, or we were down and just not be able to finish it off, you know. But winning that game against Arkansas Tech here, I think was really huge for our team, because for us to guard them and set a conference record of holding them to whatever it was, 4 baskets and a half and 9 points, and just, I think for our girls it really showed, hey, we can beat one of the best teams in the league and do it because of our defense and our rebounding, because that's all it was. But I think that really helped our team, and from that point on, we have a confidence that if we show up and we play with our 3 E's, the enthusiasm, the effort, and the energy, then we're fine. There's times where we lack energy and emotion and enthusiasm, and we struggle. But when we bring our energy, we're hard to play against. So,
now going into the tournament, you come in as the 8 seed, taking on top-seeded Harding. They finished in a tie for first place with Arkansas Tech, a team that you mentioned that you guys beat at home. Harding, though, one of those teams, year in and year out, it seems, particularly in the Great American Conference, right there at the top in the conversation, not only the conference championship, but advancing to where you want your program to elevate to. They're very experienced, a very experienced bunch. They have 4 seniors that have really contributed to their success. And so talk a little bit about that matchup, knowing what they have and what you guys are up against.
Well, the first thing about it is they are a great program. They have a great coaching staff they're very wise, very experienced. I mean, they just do a great job. But the key to winning games is having great players. And he has a fantastic group of young ladies that are ultra competitive. They're very experienced, like you said. Even though some of them are young, they're still experienced. And they're just a very good team. I mean, that's a great program and got a lot to be proud of what they're doing and deserve to. They're back-to-back regular season champions, and so it's going to be a tall order for us. We understand that. But I will say that I think that the league is very I don't think anybody would say that the gap between first and last is very big. You look at the end of the season and Harding dropped a few games, Arkansas Tech dropped a few games, us and Southwestern and OBU and Southern Naz and all the teams that were fighting, Henderson fighting to get in the tournament, won some games above teams that are ranked ahead of us. So it's a Harding and Tech are definitely the cream of the crop right now, but I wouldn't say that it's such a huge gap that it can't be done. But we definitely have our hands full, so it's going to be a tough challenge for everybody that's in that tournament.
We look forward to and wish you the best of luck. Traveling to Bartlesville, Oklahoma. A couple things on tap this weekend. Got the awards banquet on Wednesday, and then your team first in action on Thursday, 5:45 against, again, top-seeded Harding. Be sure to check MuleRiderAthletics.com for the full preview leading up to that and all the links to where you can watch the Lady Mule Riders as they try to make a run in the Great American Conference Tournament. Coach, we appreciate it.
Thank you.